It's not a secret that Eminem is one of Tyler the Creator's idols. From Tyler praising M's music from back in the day to even Tyler's rap style that sounds greatly influenced by him. But Tyler and Eminem had an ongoing beef that many people don't know about.
I was angry when I said the shit about Tyler.
He probably felt like I was attacking him. I thought I was just like, I don't like the music.
Okay, listen, man. You don't have to like it, and it could really suck. But being that somebody really was cool to you, go public with it and publicly express your opinion and how much my shit is trash.
Tyler first met him in Ireland when he was doing a show, and he was starstruck. When he met him, he stated, "Oh my atheist God, goal list check." I told him Relapse was one of the greatest albums to me. From there, Eminem would respect Tyler and his crew and would tell MTV News, "I've heard enough to know that it feels like they're pushing boundaries. I love the fact that they're doing that. The dudes can rhyme." It seemed like the two could possibly make music together, which would be huge for hip-hop. But that would come crashing down when Tyler would be disappointed in Eminem's music. The beef ultimately started when he voiced his opinion on Eminem's album, Recovery. Now Eminem has openly admitted he had a drug problem in the past. The biggest time was when his best friend Proof passed away, that made him fall into a depression and nearly overdosing in 2007. But he would finally get the help he needed working with a rehab counselor and went through a difficult and painful detox. Tyler would say, "I just think Recovery was effing horrible. Recovery was made for people who didn't like Relapse. It's so corny and pop to me." There would be another project Eminem would release in 2014 that was hardly ever talked about. Tyler went on Twitter and said that Eminem's project, which was called Shady XV, was garbage. Shady XV was an album that a lot of people don't know about because it happened to be a compilation album that featured everyone on Eminem's label at the time, and would be kind of a celebration album for it was the 15th anniversary of Shady Records. It was unfortunately one of Eminem's lowest selling projects. 3 years later, in 2017, Eminem released a project called Revival. This album would be Eminem's lowest point in his music career. People would think that M's project was just too pop and political, with mentioning big figures like Donald Trump and Mike Pence. Even though he had talked about political issues in his music in the past, like with George Bush, it was just poorly executed this time, and the album overall was disappointing because it lacked M's raw energy and aggression that the fans were hoping for. He would release the first single off the album called Walk on Water. When this song dropped, it got bad reviews, and one person would be very direct about it, which was Tyler. He would tweet, "This song is horrible. Sheesh," right after the song was released, which would confirm he was talking about the song. Eminem would have enough of the backlash and would release a surprise project called Kamikaze. This project had Eminem back to his raw aggression, which got positive feedback from the fans, and he would come after everyone who was hating on him on the song Fall, which one person he mentioned would be Tyler the Creator. Tyler would have his views on why Eminem dissed him after he heard it.
And he dissed me on his last album. And I remember hearing it.
Why did he?
Because I keep being vocal about shit that I don't like. I don't know. This is just from
when he came back afterwards with the
with the recovery.
He gave it what everyone wanted.
With the pop hooks.
After the comment he made to Tyler, he would do an interview with Sway and apologize to Tyler for what he said.
I loved his energy, like everything, you know what I'm saying? Like he was a funny dude, like he's super charismatic and shit. But I'm sitting back like, at what point do I have to say something just to defend myself? And I think that the word that I called him was one of the things where I felt like this might be too far.
From there, it seemed there was no beef, and Tyler didn't bring up Eminem for a while until recently when he did an interview with Mav Carter, and sounded like a more mature Tyler, which he would actually apologize to M, saying he may have been insensitive to what Eminem was going through at the time.
Seen this show called, I think, Painkillers on Netflix. Has anyone seen that show?
Yeah.
Really good show. And it's about like how people got addicted to opioids in like the 90s or whatever. And I saw that show, and Eminem put out this album called Recovery. It's 2010. I was a big Eminem fan, and when that album came out, I fucking hated it. Hated it. Publicly was like, this shit is whack. Didn't like it. And after watching that show, dude, I felt so bad.
Because the album
about, I felt so bad about those tweets and things like that, because thinking from his perspective, someone like me publicly saying that stuff and him getting off drugs and being clean and getting to a point in his life that's behind him, and me implying like, you need to, no, this shit is wet. He probably felt like I was attacking him. I thought I was just like, I don't like the music. he was in a different part of his life and probably felt like I was attacking him. And now I feel so bad about saying that stuff because my perspective was so limited. And I love him. That dude taught me how to rap. I learned how to put words together in rhythm because of some of the Eminem stuff I was hearing and storytelling and things like that. So after watching that show, that gave me perspective, and I felt terrible. This is a few months ago. I felt so terrible about some of the things I said about that recovery album, because I realized that was a big step and meant a lot to him. And my fucking young, stupid ass was like, ugh, I want to hear same song and dance, and I love the Eminem show, but like, he's not there anymore. I felt terrible. And if I ever see him, like, I want to tell him that, like, in person.
So now that the beef seems to be officially over, would you like to see Tyler and Eminem work on some music together?